What's up, everyone? Welcome to episode 4 of, I almost said something new, of Nefarious Things, our podcast. This is my fiance, Alex.
And this is my fiance, Ashley.
I wasn't expecting you to say that. Like, hello. I look like a Simpsons character here. Anyways, let's begin this week's episode by talking about last week's episode. We are currently having a little bit of technical difficulties with last week's episode, in a sense, because I forgot to transfer the files to Alex's computer before he went back home.
Well, we both forgot. I had a chance to do it and I forgot to.
Well, that's okay. At least we did something together finally. The third time was a charm, but it wasn't.
But yeah, by the time everyone sees and hears this, it'll be up.
Yep. But last week we talked about 3 movies. No one gets out alive.
Yeah, true.
We talked about Skate Kitchen and we talked about Horns. All 3 of them were slightly disappointing in their own ways.
Yeah, I agree. I think this week was a little better, to be honest.
This week was definitely better. 3 directors we were familiar with, 3 directors. Demamp.
If you guys know what that's about. Yeah, oh my God. Yeah, we have to talk about that.
But yeah, they were all, I don't know. I just felt indifferent about all 3 of those movies. But these 3 movies were directed by people that we are all familiar with and that we like. And I'm really excited to talk about them. Demamp. Demamp. Like, why would he just do that?
Adam, Demamp.
Demamp.
Oh my God.
If you guys have watched Workaholics, please let us know if you understand. But the next thing that I have written down was we filmed together in real life.
Yeah. Yes, we did film. Did you just yell? Oh yeah, we did film together though.
I'm not yelling.
Oh no, I think it just came through the speaker a little weird. But yeah, we did film together and that was really exciting actually. I'm really happy that you put me on your channel.
No, I don't mean that. I mean the podcast. Yeah, anyways, filming together was absolutely chaotic.
Yeah, we're going to have a better setup next time. I'm going to try to bring my microphone stuff with me so we have better audio. I think the audio is fine, but like we'll have better audio definitely. And
it definitely gives off Chrissy Chaos vibes with the mirror in the background.
Yeah, we're still getting used to the podcast setup, but I think it's good. We had a little bit of a weird day that day, but we're gonna work on that. We're gonna get better. It's gonna be better time next time I'm there.
Yeah, it's that podcast episode of the video was just a mess, but
hey, we're learning. We're getting it down. We're getting it better. I have all audio equipment here to do a podcast. Like
I know.
We just have to bring it and set it up. Hopefully the Canadian Border Patrol doesn't confiscate my goods.
Like you paid for it all years ago, probably.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, "Do you have receipts?" You know how annoying they are at the border. But they ask me about my snacks every time I come across the border to see you. They're like, "What do you have in that bag?" They see some snacks, and I'm like, "Yeah, it's for the ride." Like, why would I? Why?
I just drove 7 hours. Wouldn't you be hungry?
It'd be like, why would I bring like a receipt and like put that down as like I'm bringing it into the country? Like it's not. I'm not like bringing weapons. I'm bringing like
You're not bringing like gifts. You're not bringing like a whole wardrobe. It's not like you're bringing a bag of like Swedish berries across the border. Are you ready for my trivia question?
Yes.
In which state does the Amityville Horror House take place? What state does it all happen?
New York.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pick that one for you, baby.
Oh my gosh. Actually, fun fact, my mom, at least this is what she told. My mom used to be a corrections officer, and she worked at the prison that he initially was like at. Like the guy that did committed the murders, like William DeFeo or whatever his name is.
DeFeo, yeah.
She was there.
Pick your mom's brain. Can't wait to see her in real life.
You guys are gonna be clanking Diet Pepsis together like it's 1876. Like, you guys are
for audio listeners. I just cheers a Diet Pepsi.
Oh my god!
Let me fix the color again here. It looks like a Simpsons character. Now I'm blue. Oh, there we go. Okay. Wow.
How do you do it? Oh, there we go. Oh, Illuminati confirmed.
Oh,
Illuminati
confirmed. Vogue. You're just doing the Illuminati.
Well, I was trying to do like the
Jay-Z Rockefeller.
I was trying to go like this and do like a face like camera thing, like those people that do like cameras and whatever. But then it just turned into
Jay-Z Rockefeller.
I'm part of the Illuminati. So
yeah, that too. Shall we talk about what we've been watching? And I want to kick this off with Pitch Perfect, because I had the time of my life watching that with you the other day.
Yeah, you go hard in the paint to Pitch Perfect, but I was expecting it because you kind of fixated on that movie like a long time ago.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. Everything about that movie stuck with me. I watched it on repeat in my sleep. I lived that movie. And I guess that's where a big love of acapella came from. In a way, on my channel, I got to kind of relate to that because I watched so much Pitch Perfect. But I don't know. I had so much fun watching that with you. Thanks for letting me be a weirdo.
No, I actually had a lot of fun watching that with you, and I just can't take Adam Devine seriously in anything.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and we got some demands.
Yeah.
We watched seasons 2, 3, and 4 of Workaholics together last week while you were here.
Yeah, like we would watch like a whole season in a night.
We just left it on. Oh my god.
Just watching like every season.
I laughed so hard watching that show. Every episode is so funny. And now we've started season 5 tonight.
Yeah, that first episode is wild.
Yeah, so we're just gonna end up breezing right through this again.
Yeah, I can't wait. And we only have a couple more seasons. I think there's only 7.
7 in total, yeah.
Yeah. We're blowing through it though. We're doing a good job.
You wanna what do we start next? What kind of half an hour show can we blow through? Eric Andre?
Oh my god, Eric Andre. Well, honestly, we could pick Fleabag back up. I think wasn't that a half hour?
Right. We only watched the first episode. I love Fleabag because Phoebe Waller-Bridge.
Fleabag. Should we? Yeah. Do you want to wait? Those are half-hour episodes, right?
They are. Yeah. Well, 22 minutes about.
Do you want to keep watching that?
Yeah, absolutely. I am having a hard time remembering what we watched before bed last week.
Like just in general, well, we watched Get Him to the Greek one night.
Oh yes, we did, and that was so funny.
The Jeffries, you know.
Yep. Stroke the funny wall.
Yeah. Well, I think we were trying to pick like more like funnier stuff, weren't we?
Yeah, we started Grandma's Boy, and I was zonked within the first 5 minutes of that movie.
It was a pretty good night. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh my goodness. It was my birthday weekend this past weekend.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of fun. We did a lot to celebrate.
What did we watch? I need to start logging these things on every one of them that we watch on Letterboxd.
Yeah, you know what? December 1st, strictly logging movies.
Yeah, everyone, because like we just forget. I'm immediately after the movie logging it, so I don't forget. I don't know what we're doing.
Get on each other about it, please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we were pretty good. Like
we're making a pact. Okay.
For audio listeners and real listeners on YouTube, or well, listeners on YouTube, you're all real. Thank you very much. We're pretty hardcore about the pinky promises around here.
Yeah.
So if you pinky promise, you don't break pinky promises around here, you know.
And we don't say bye.
Oh yeah, we don't say bye. It's always
because that's final, and we'll see you later.
Yeah, we'll see. I'll always see you later.
You're gonna cry. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna let you take it away with the light news here, because
I don't really know if I have any light news. I mean, like, what happened this week? That was crazy.
Well, I know that you mentioned the Kyle Rittenhouse and the other murder that happened. But
I mean, it's pretty crazy. I don't know. Do you want to get into that on the podcast?
I was going to say, I don't know if you want to make it political here. I was just going to kind of keep it light.
I mean, like, fuck Kyle Rittenhouse, right? I mean,
yeah,
I feel like we're all in agreement regardless of what happened. Like, fuck that guy.
I hope someone just keys his car and he cannot buff that key out. It's just I hope that he gets the worst dent in his car for the rest of his life, and every single car that he gets has the worst dent in it.
Literally, like, no joke. Yeah, no, just joking. I'm just kidding. I totally agree with you about that case. And the other one was they found those other 3 people actually guilty, which was good. I thought that was kind of go the same way as the Rittenhouse thing, which, I mean, to be fair, we all kind of saw it coming. I mean, the judge, like, the first day was like, hey, get these Asians out of here or something. I don't know, something along those lines. So I mean,
my mom was imitating Rittenhouse to a customer at work, and he goes, "Oh, you're doing so good."
What? Like killing people? What do you mean?
Like she was like doing a fake cry.
Oh my god, the fake cry.
Oh my god. Oh, Ginger is making just causing a scene.
So this is your picture here. Yes. Is that your name on TikTok? 4 doors more whores. Yes. Demamp.
Yeah. Bruh, ERUH. I'm just trying to TRYNA. Like what?
Fuck. That is the funniest clip ever. More people need to make that go viral, because that's like the funniest clip I've ever seen.
I know. When you showed me that, I was watching it with Debbie at work. Shout out Debbie. And
shout out Debbie.
And we laughed so hard.
Literally. I mean, like, I feel like TikTok kind of ran wild with the crying one, because that is very memeable and hilarious, but more people need to get on that other one. Like, it just needs to go where, like, people are just using the sound, like, just using the sound and typing funny shit on screen.
You know the video of that guy from My Strange Addiction where it's the best cry ever? He's like, right? This is going to be this generation's best cry ever.
Oh my god, he's going to be the first cry. We hate that guy.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I don't really think
better not come around you. I'll beat his ass.
You canceled. You're done.
You're done.
He'll come to your state with an AR-15, and you're done.
Yeah, well, maybe I want it, baby. I'm just kidding. We'll cut that out. Yeah, I'll just leave that.
Oh my goodness.
I want more bleeps in our podcast.
I just bleep that whole minute long. Let's get into our main movie, because I have been so excited to talk about this since the end credits rolled for that movie. I've been excited to talk about it. This finally we watched last night in Soho.
Yes, by Edgar Wright, right?
Edgar Wright, starring Anya Taylor-Joy, Thomasin McKenzie, and Matt Smith, who was one of the doctors on Doctor Who.
Oh yes, that's where we remember him from, Doctor Who.
Yes. This movie is about an aspiring fashion designer. She is mysteriously able to enter the 1960s, where she encounters a dazzling wannabe singer However, the glamour is not all it appears to be, and the dreams of the past start to crack and splinter into something darker.
Did you come up with that yourself, or did you read that from somewhere else? Because that was really good.
Well, I wrote it down, but I mean, I got it from somewhere else.
Oh, okay.
You think I was smart enough to write that kind of stuff? I'm plagiarized that from Google.
Oh my god. Well, I wrote down my own sentence, but yours was like so good, and I was like detailed, and I'm like, wait, I need to put more.
Well, because I'm trying to paint the actual picture of the movie for these people, you know?
Mine's just like follows a girl who's obsessed with the 60s, ends up there somehow. Like, fuck.
Come you know on, what? Alex. I think you should write your own column in the New York Times, babe.
Hey, I know you're roasting me, but thank you very much. I do pretty good reviews on Letterboxd.
Yeah, fuck you do. You do very good detailed reviews. I think you should leave it linked down below.
I mean, I'm definitely going to put a link, and I'm also going to not link Carson Runquist.
Here we go.
We're still beefing with him. I want him to see this. I'm going to tag him in it.
See.
Don't look at it.
We're not starting beef.
I want to start beef. I smell like beef.
I smell like beef.
I just quoted Vine.
Now I'm stuck on that TikTok. Yeah, it's
okay. It's your home, you know.
TikTok is my home. Oh my god. Let's get back to this movie. Do you have anything you would like to say before I go in hard?
Yeah, I had a few things that I liked about this, actually. Well, first of all, I really liked the pacing of it, and I thought the directing was really good.
Yeah, it didn't feel like it was as long as it was.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's what Edgar Wright does good with the pacing of things, like making it not feel like as long. Like wasn't it like 2 hours long? Like it was pretty long.
It was about 2 hours, and you were like, Scott Pilgrim's 2 hours, and I'm like,
oh my gosh, yeah. Scott Pilgrim. I almost pulled that for last week, actually, for this week technically. But so I thought that the performances were really good. I actually wrote down performances were stellar. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I loved the performances.
Yeah, I thought Thomas and Mackenzie did a really good job. We've seen her before in a couple of other things, but obviously Anya Taylor-Joy, great as always. And I liked the originality of the concept of this whole thing. I felt like, okay, like I want to add something to that because I felt like the horror elements lacked a little bit in multiple ways because I didn't feel like the horror elements were were that original. I felt like he didn't, because he's fairly new. Like, isn't this like his first horror movie?
Well, he did Shaun of the Dead, but it's more of a horror comedy. And that's a lot of practical effects.
Yeah, and this one was more like, I don't know, a little bit like ghosty vibes, like paranormal vibes. But I feel like he just like played it very safe on all aspects of that. And also, I thought the CGI was not very great.
I agree completely. That definitely was a part that took you out of the movie a decent amount.
Yeah. I did, we could talk about the rating at the end after you talk about your thing, and then we'll do the ratings. But I will say I did give it a good score because I thought all the other aspects of it, even though like some of the CGI was bad and like the horror elements, and this is a horror film, were like not that great. I thought the rest of the movie was like pretty good for the most part. And it's original IP, so that's cool.
Yeah, absolutely. I think so Edgar Wright, with his previous movies, what I was mostly expecting, he did it with some scenes. He directs things like very to the beat, to like Baby Driver is very on the beat to everything, you know? And I was kind of expecting some of that because there was a lot of music involved in like the beginning scene when she was dancing, like there was a lot of that. But I kind of expected it to be more throughout the movie. Did not take me out of it at all. I thought it was amazing. Obviously I loved it because by the end I was a disheveled mess. I was bawling my eyes out.
Yeah,
All I
you
had to do
did
was
cry.
see the dresses in the movie, and I was a mess. I love fashion.
Fashion. It's fashion, sweetie. Look it up.
It's fashion, sweetie. Look it up. But yeah, I have written down, I love the lighting. So the one thing I was very excited to talk to you about is the mirror tricks in this movie were done practically, which I think is so cool. So there is one scene where there is, I believe it was a waiter, and you see him in the mirror as well as Thomas Mackenzie and Anya Taylor-Joy. The waiter is George, and I forget the other brother from Harry Potter, the twins, and they play the twins, and they do it so that the mirror looks believable.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I actually had no idea about that, to be honest, like the practical effects part.
This is so cool. You know, I love practical effects, so I think that is so cool. But I have here that I think the songs were really catchy. The acting was amazing. Everything except for the horror elements. It just made it feel a little bit. It's set in the 60s. It didn't feel like it fit the tone of the movie. And I don't know. The idea in the end I got from this is men are scary. And trauma can be passed on, and you can live events. I mean, if you really take on someone else's trauma, like, it can mess you up too.
Yeah. Looking back on the movie, I felt like when I was like writing my notes about it and stuff, like after we watched, I felt like I kind of like took in the story and like the message more, and I like appreciated it more after, because even though like I understand, like I kind of get like the whole, I mean, you're just like dramatic sometimes, but like that's what I kind of thought was happening. You were just being like extra dramatic about the crying part, but I kind of get it. I understand like what you like, where you were coming from with that. And like
I just feel things. I feel things. I feel things so much, you know. I feel everything. Anyways, a couple other things I wanted to touch on about this movie. The end credits, where it's all the empty bar scenes and all the empty like scenery, that was shot during the pandemic, when all the places that they shot in originally were empty.
Oh, wow.
Because of the pandemic.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So they came back and shot in those places. Thomas and Mackenzie dropped out of the new Top Gun movie to be in this movie.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so I appreciate that, because I don't have any interest in Top Gun.
You don't want to see Top Gun Maverick?
No, I don't have any interest in I've never seen the first one.
Oh my gosh.
Stephen King had the opportunity to see this movie as an advanced screening, and he said that he hardly ever rewatches a movie, but this is one that he has to rewatch, and there's hardly ever any movies out there that makes him feel like that.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing with Stephen King, and here's like my problem with his like reviews about stuff. He like didn't like The Shining, and that was like my first impression of him, and I was like, well, I don't know. I mean, I kind of get his opinion.
I don't know. I feel like he didn't like The Shining because he was just biased because Stanley Kubrick took it in a more, I don't know,
like a whole different direction. Yeah, I get that.
You have to let someone have creative liberty if you're making a property that someone else can adapt.
Yeah, I agree, because he's given like praise to some of the other poorly made ones, and that's why I kind of was like, ugh, I don't know, because like I really like that movie.
With this one, I can agree though, because I was already thinking I really want to rewatch this. This feels like a movie that I can fixate on and that I would like to have on of just like living my life.
Yeah.
It just, the colors, it felt, it was lit so beautifully with the neon lights, and all the colors were just so like, oh, I loved it.
Yeah, I thought they did a really good job with like the set design too, and like showing like where like the like the time period, I guess. Like they did a really good job like showing that, I guess, like in the grand scheme of things. But they did a good job. Like they did a good job of like contrasting like the really nice parts of like the 60s, the stuff that makes you like nostalgia, like the neon lights and like the
The big
cars,
theater, the
big
big like
theaters,
restaurants.
everything seems so grand. But then like there was like that underbelly of like darkness that like the message, like the movie is like trying to portray there. Like
Yeah.
women weren't treated so great, you know.
No, they were used
But
as props.
yeah,
But
sucks.
speaking of women, this is the first Edgar Wright movie to have a woman as the protagonist.
As a protagonist, oh
Yeah,
yeah, true. Yeah, you're right.
which I
Well,
think is really cool because they both did a really amazing job in this movie.
and speaking about women, I actually wrote down a fun fact here. It literally says fun fact, and I was going to give it to you, but the co so like the person that helped Edgar Wright adapt his like story and idea into a screenplay, her name is Christy Wilson Cairns, and she actually was recommended by Sam Mendes after working with him on 1917
Oh,
to Edgar Wright to help him adapt this specifically because I guess she's like really good.
speaking of Sam Mendes, because I do not want to forget,
What?
was he not the one? No, never mind. I'm not thinking of him. Who am I thinking of? Mr.
What?
Robot.
Oh, that's like Sam Esmail, SM Esmail.
Yeah, okay.
He's cool, yeah.
Homecoming. I
Yeah.
want to recommend that show immediately.
Oh, Homecoming was great. I loved watching
Homecoming
that with
was
you.
great.
Yeah. I loved watching
If
that.
you guys have any interest in like military, like PTSD, like memory loss sort of thing, Julia Roberts, it was fantastic.
Mhm.
I hope that you guys check it
You said military or whatever. Like, don't go by that. Like, it's not really like
out. So
that.
it's
It's
not like that, but
very
it's
different.
coming home, like
Yeah.
the afterward.
But it's also kind of like sci-fi. Like,
Yeah,
it's really cool.
yeah,
It's really
it's
cool.
very cool.
It was a good show. I missed that show. Is that coming back?
No, it's
Is it
canceled after the
canceled?
second season.
Oh
I know it
God.
was so good.
I forgot about that. I'm so
I
bad.
hope I would love for it to come back. I really would. I don't think I have anything else to say about this movie in particular, except for yeah, both Anya Taylor-Joy and Thomas Mackenzie were in The Witch together,
Oh, I
which is
didn't know she was in
probably
The Witch.
why they had such great chemistry.
Yeah.
And they both worked with M. Night Shyamalan at separate times. And this or Anya Taylor-Joy filmed this and The New Mutants while in quarantine.
Oh wow. She's working hard out there.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So those were really cool facts about this movie. I think that like this movie was really cool to research.
Yeah, I agree. I'm glad that we did that. I'm glad that we covered it. I'm glad we watched it, and I'm glad
I'm
that we
so
talked
happy we watched it. As sad as I looked after it was over.
Well, what is your rating?
This one gets I as much as I want to give it a full 5 out of 5. I want to so bad.
You're wild. I don't know about
I
that.
have to give it a 4.5 because the CGI took me out of it.
Yeah, I gave it a 4, but yeah, I mean it's still good. That's a good rating, I think.
I loved it. I loved it so much. And I might be biased because I am a huge Edgar Wright fan, but I loved it.
Yeah, you
And I
had
was
already
waiting
made
for
up
it, and
your
I was
mind.
really excited about
Yeah.
it. And I was really sad that we didn't get to see it in theaters.
Yeah, we were. Yeah, did we mention that we were gonna go see that in theaters yet? I don't think we did.
I don't remember, but we
Yeah.
attempted to at least.
Yeah, we were definitely. It was like kind of like a last second decision. I was just like, let's go see Last Night in Soho, and then of course like we're like ready to go, and then it's just like no showings anywhere. Like okay,
Yeah,
thanks.
which is very weird because
Great.
I felt
Now we
like
have to
it's
watch
only
Soho.
been a week. It had been 9 days since
Yeah.
we had been going to see movies. Realistically, right?
Yeah, I'm annoyed.
Which I don't know. Felt a little weird, but let's move into your pick from last week, which was The Green Inferno from 2018.
Yeah, true. It's funny because I actually wrote, my dumb ass wrote The Green Knight instead of The Green Inferno, but we did not watch The Green Knight.
I see where your brain is.
I did write.
Dev Patel.
Oh my god! Yeah, Dev Patel.
Let's get into The Green Inferno from 2018. This is by Eli Roth, who I am a huge fan of. But we need to get back into the history of horror, like you had mentioned to me the other day.
Yeah, I agree.
But this one is starring Lorenza Izzo and Ariel Levy, who plays Alejandro in this movie. And this is about two, I don't want to say activists, they're the main activists who end up surviving a plane crash that involves a plethora of other people. But the plane crashes in a jungle in Peru. Things take a turn for the worst when they get abducted by a tribe of cannibals.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
So this is what I have written down. Spy Kids dick equals no.
Oh, no.
That's the first thing I noticed when we were rewatching this, that I did not like the full frontal dick scene for no reason. You were in the bathroom, so you got to miss it, but it was not. I don't have a problem with like that kind of stuff in movies. It just didn't make any sense. It was just like adding to the runtime.
Full frontal dick and Workaholics. That thing was terrifying.
Oh yeah, like what was that about? See where your mind's at.
No, you just triggered me.
There's a lot of head smashes, which I thought was great about it.
We love head smashes.
We do love head smashes. Oh, the practical effects were great.
Yes.
I thought the story at the beginning, I thought the story at the beginning was pretty bland, and it felt like it lagged and dragged the movie down a little bit.
Absolutely. That it takes so long to get into the good stuff. Yeah.
But I mean, overall, I thought they did a good job with it. They kind of marketed it as the next Cannibal Holocaust, but like I didn't really feel like it lived up to the hype, because I remember going into that movie and all of the advertisements being like, this is gonna be like the scariest movie ever made, like this is gonna be crazy, and it was good, but it did not live up to like the hype that they were trying to get it up to. I don't know. They kind of shot themselves in the foot with that.
I remember the first time I ever watched Cannibal Holocaust, like I was so afraid. I remember like thinking it was real. And I remember watching it for the first time around 2014. I saw Cannibal Holocaust for the first time. And I remember just being absolutely horrified, because I was like, this happened, these people are dead. Like, I didn't know anything about it. But I appreciate that movie so much now.
Yeah, I thought they did a good job with it overall. I just didn't like I just don't like the story. I don't know. I
don't like the story either. But one thing I will say is I'm really happy they didn't take the like teen movie genre horror route at the end and have her in like a bookstore selling a book. I survived, doing that kind of ending. I feel like it would have just been such a cop-out if they did something like that.
I agree. I definitely agree a lot with that. Yeah. I'm glad they didn't do that at the end.
Do you have anything else to say about this? Or because I have a couple of things to say. I just my thoughts about the movie. I'm like indifferent about it because I love the gore. It's just the story didn't really do it for me.
What did you have to say about it?
When Eli Roth first approached the villagers, they had no idea what a movie even was. So he sat them all down to watch Cannibal Holocaust, and they found it hilarious. And they were like, yeah, we're on board.
Yeah, I wrote that down too.
So funny.
Yeah, it was like their first movie they ever saw.
Yeah, and to think that they thought it was a comedy, like, I don't know, that stuck with me. That makes me laugh.
Yeah, I agree. I loved it. What was your rating?
I would give this one a 3.5.
That's what I put. I gave it a 3.5 out of 5. That's my
because the gore is great. The gore is so good. And actually, the girl that plays the blonde girl that shit herself was the girl from Project X that was so that kind of I thought I would mention that because we talked about that a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, we did. That was a good callback.
Also, Stacy from Pitch Perfect was also in Project X.
Oh my god.
Hi, my name is Stacy. My hobbies include cuticle care and the Geek Network.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Can't stop, won't stop with Pitch Perfect.
I mean, literally.
I love horror movies and Pitch Perfect.
I mean, pretty much. That's your genres, that your go-to genres. That's just Pitch Perfect horror.
Yeah.
Extreme horror.
So my pick was The Fly. And we watched this last night and I was zonked near the end.
Yeah.
But this movie has stuck with me for months and months and months and months and months and years and years and years and years and years. And I am fully obsessed with Brundlefly. So I've been really excited to rewatch it for the past week.
I was actually really excited too. This is our second watch together, second rewatch together for this.
Yeah, and I have the soundtrack for this on vinyl.
Yeah. Did you show that off on your Instagram or some shit?
I think I did. And I believe I used the quote about the animal politics or the insect politics.
Oh, yes.
The Fly, from 1986, directed by David Cronenberg, starring Jeff Goldblum and Gina Davis.
Shout out Cronenberg.
Shout out Jeff Goldblum. Oh. That's like
why you? Oh my god.
This movie is about Seth, a brilliant scientist. He's elated when successfully manages to teleport himself in his own invention, a transportation machine, but unbeknownst, a weird word to read, unbeknownst to him, he was not alone during the process. Spoiler alert, there was a fly inside.
Yeah, and then they fused together.
There was an old lady who swallowed a fly.
Oh my god. This is David Cronenberg's love story. This is how he likes to tell love stories, you know?
Yeah, that since the first time we watched this, since I was old enough to process this movie, the abortion storyline when she gives birth to like larva, it stuck with me since the first time we watched it. And I don't know why. It's just, it horrifies me to think something coming out of my lady bits like that.
Lady bits. I definitely agree. But I don't have lady bits, but I mean, I thought it was oh my god. I thought the pacing was like very good. I mean, because it was only like an hour and a half or so. It was like a little bit over an hour and a half. It was like an hour and 35 minutes or something like that.
Yeah.
But I thought the pacing was very good, but I think the pacing is always good in Cronenberg films. I think he does a really good job at like crafting his movies together.
Yeah, and also he does a really good job at letting, like the characters and their personalities and stuff and kind of outlining these people and to like make you feel what they feel in a sense. There's one scene in this movie when he's like realizing he's getting abilities, he's doing all of this like gymnastics in his apartment, and it's shot in like it's silent, but like you can hear him like just going about his business. And like last night when we were watching it, I was thinking like, oh, this is a little awkward watching it in silence, but like thinking about it, it's not awkward because like he wouldn't be talking doing this. Like he's learning all of this and he's just going through what he's doing and learning his abilities, and she's just kind of observing him, so like she wouldn't be talking either. So it felt more like it belonged after I thought about it.
Yeah, I agree with your explanation of that, like because I think like Cronenberg sometimes just like goes like right for like the crazy, like whatever, like balls to the wall, like insane stuff. But I think he did a good job with this one where he like kind of fleshed out the characters a little more, so you like cared about
Flesh.
them. Yeah, flesh, but you know what I
Eventually, anytime.
mean. Oh my god. You're funny. Oh my gosh. I thought it was very seedy and dark and dramatic, which is what Cronenberg likes to do with his movies.
Yeah, we like.
Yeah, if you guys are into that kind of stuff, definitely
We're gonna
recommend
have to excuse Ginger using the bathroom right now.
I mean, I think it's fine. I don't think I really hear it.
Shout out Ginger.
Oh my god.
Do you have anything else to say about this one?
I wrote one other thing down, but I just wrote it was nice of Cronenberg to list himself as the gynecologist question mark.
Oh, nice.
So I mean that's really
the most important part.
Well, I was just saying that because I thought it was like kind of funny, a little weird.
No, it's definitely funny. But I made the movie. I am also the vagina doctor.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, literally Quentin Tarantino.
Oh my god. I made the movie. I'm the foot doctor.
He totally wrote the scene where he sucks on Salma Hayek's foot, like for the purpose of just making the story go. It's like it has to flow with the story, It has to be realistic.
It was a major plot point.
It was a very realistic. I mean, he probably sucked on her toes like outside.
Oh, he 100% did.
How much on a bet? Get it, Jan. Get it, Jan.
Get it, Jan. Oh my goodness.
What did you rate it?
This movie gets a solid 4.5 from me.
Yeah, I gave it a 4, but definitely agree. I mean, well, I agree that it's like good, up there.
Well, I just think it's a solid story. It has good rewatchability. Mm-hmm. The performances are solid. You get pretty good gore.
It's a pretty classic one, and it's like one of those like it's like The Fly, like even people that haven't seen it like know like the movie. Like,
yeah, even people that haven't seen it, you're like, oh, I'm watching The Fly. Like people at my work, and they're like,
yeah, they're like, oh really?
Oh, again?
Oh, no. Yeah, again. It's a comfort movie.
Literally, me watching Hereditary anytime there's a minor inconvenience, it's comforting.
Literally. Oh my gosh, you're funny.
So let's get into. Oh, by the way, let's roll back to the Green Inferno for a second because I did forget to mention one thing. Eli Roth was a part of a movie in 2012 called Aftershock that I have not seen or heard of until today. But it was also starring the two from the Green Inferno,
I feel like I've seen that.
And the guy that plays Alejandro.
You said it's called Aftershock?
It's called Aftershock from 2012.
I feel like I've seen that movie. And I feel like it wasn't great.
What else is new?
But I feel like I've seen it. I'm pretty sure I've seen that. But yeah, it looks like Ariel Levy or whatever. He was in The Green Knight or The Green Inferno. Yeah. The Green Knight.
The Green Knight.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Just kidding.
Which we also saw in theaters without me.
You were out having fun, living your best life. What am I supposed to do? Just cry and miss you all night?
No, you're allowed to do whatever you want. Let's get into next week's picks. We have chosen our main movie to be Spencer with Kristen Stewart. A little change of pace here from the horror stuff.
Yeah. And we're doing the more Illuminati. We're gonna do Spencer. I'm pretty excited to watch it. I mean, I feel like I don't feel like it's going to be like as good as everyone says it is, but I feel like it has
I
potential.
will be a mess if they play Goodbye Yellow Brick Road by Elton John in that movie. I will sob my brains out because it's about Princess Diana, just in case you didn't know.
Babe, you're gonna be there and you're gonna be crying. You're gonna be crying for sure. And it's gonna be like as soon as Kristen Stewart hits the screen. Like you're gonna be like
you know me. It's the dress. No.
It's the dress. It's the veil. It's Diana's veil that goes over
yeah,
her face.
I can't take it. There's children.
There's oh my gosh.
Did you pick a movie for your pick? Or?
No, I thought I'm just joking. I did. I picked one. Do you want to guess what it is? It's one that I feel like you maybe have seen before. It's a little long. That's what she said.
Is Django long or less?
It might be Django long, to be honest, and we're about to be watching it like in a few days. Well, I love you.
What director?
Oh, I can't give that away. I cannot. If I say the director, it's already going to give it away. It's like his. Okay, it's 2 hours and 12 minutes. It's not that long.
2:12.
It's. I don't know if you've seen it. I feel like you have.
Okay, no, I can't guess.
It's by guess. Bong Joon-ho.
Are we watching Memories of Murder?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I haven't seen it yet, and I want to watch it.
I didn't watch it without you. I have it on DVD.
Do you want to go watch it right now? I don't have to do anything tomorrow, so...
I'm working. You're not. Some of us are Canadian and don't have the luxury of having a second Thanksgiving.
Yeah, what can I say? I'm just joking.
You get 2 Thanksgivings this year. You got to celebrate mine and yours.
Yeah, the Canadians and the Americans slaughtering Native Americans. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, we don't celebrate that. We're just food.
I'm just here for the mashed potatoes. I'm not gonna lie. I'm going there.
But
what? What were you gonna say?
Oh, we started a tradition having breakfast the night before Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, the night before Thanksgiving? What do you mean?
Yeah, we had it for dinner the night before Thanksgiving.
Oh, yes, we did. Yes. I'm glad that I came for that Thanksgiving.
Me too.
Yeah. I wish you could come here, but life doesn't want that to happen, so
I'll be there in spirit.
Yeah, maybe we'll call you. I'll bother you. I'll probably be there when you go on break.
Oh, around 3?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
So if you're there, we can still call and talk.
Sounds good.
And I'll introduce you to some of the fam.
Oh my goodness. We're getting married.
Some of the fam you haven't met yet. I mean.
So we're doing Spencer. We're doing Memories of Murder.
And then your random movie pick.
Picking from my Blu-rays.
We're changing it up, guys. We are changing it up because we don't want only horror DVDs.
Yep. And my Blu-rays are not specifically horror related. That's why they're in the living room.
You do have a shelf of non-horror related movies. I feel like one week we should do the random generator.
Yeah, and I have a whole shelf of just A24 movies. I have a whole shelf of just Wes Anderson, Paul Thomas Anderson, Stanley Kubrick.
Let's go, Quentin Tarantino, baby.
Quentin Tarantino. Like, I have very specific directors that I love, that I have like a lot of their filmography. So
she has The Exorcist 9 times. Okay, I'm just kidding. The Exorcist is back there. That's always that.
I do have it about 6 times, but
she just bought her 8th Reservoir Dogs or 7th Reservoir Dogs.
And look.
Just saying.
It is the coolest one that I own cool. With Tim Roth.
I didn't stop her from buying it because it was cool. I'm not gonna lie.
This is the coolest one that I own.
Yeah, it was a cool one. We're trying to find the rest of those. If you guys know where the rest of the colored ones are, let us know down in the comments.
Yeah, there's white, pink, and yellow.
Yeah, and we want to get them for her. Or let me know, and I'll get them for her.
So I put in number 1 to 89, and we got number 72.
Wait.
I'm so excited! Oh my god!
Wait, what is? Wait,
Casey
I want to.
the Killer!
Oh, okay, yeah, we can watch that. I'm excited. Well, that's kind of horror, isn't it? Or am I wrong?
It's Takashi Miike.
I'm here for it though. I'm here for those. For
I
that
love
movie.
Takashi Miike.
Yeah. Wait, actually, I don't know if I've seen that one. I don't think I've actually seen that. I've
only seen bits and pieces, but when I watched it, I did not watch it itself, or like I just watched it with like the language.
They did Audition, right? That's the same director.
Yes,
that's the one I watched.
He did Imprint for Masters of Horror.
Oh, okay, that's cool. Well, I'm excited because this one's actually been on my Letterboxd watch list for a hot second because I have not watched it yet.
Well, good. I'm glad that. I'm so excited because
hey, look,
we were a couple of movies.
It's right there. It's right there.
We were a couple of movies away from getting a couple of really bad horror pack movies, like that Ghosts of Gracefield or whatever movie from Horror Pack. We were right in the middle of Prom Night and Overlord.
I would have been happy with any of those, to be honest. Even though those are all horror movies, every one of them. Isn't Overlord a horror?
A couple away from those would have been Nymphomaniac.
Ooh, well, we're already doing that one. We can't do that.
We could have had My Bloody Valentine or Baskin, which we've already watched.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah. Turkish.
I'm glad with the picks that we have.
I'm so happy with the picks this week. We get a little bit of drama. Oh my goodness. We get some mystery and some, crime thriller, and then we get some horror.
Yeah. I'm excited. It's gonna be a good week, guys. It's gonna be a good week. I hope the listeners like this little thing that we have with like where we pick our movies and stuff.
I think it's a good setup. I think it's a fair way to pick movies.
Yeah.
Considering I have so many that we have to watch.
Yeah, I know. We'll eventually go through all of them. Eventually. Yeah.
I know. I gotta start writing down what ones we pick out because I don't want to have to go and pick it twice.
I have an idea, but I'm going to talk to you off the pod about it.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I think we're done here anyways, so I think we can sign off.
Well, it's been fun until next week.
Yeah, it's been real. We have a lot of fun doing this. I have so much fun doing this with you. Even
though it's late and you've been up for so many hours?
And I have to get up and do all this whole face scan in the morning to go to work. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's not for like 12 hours. I think you're all right.
In 12 hours, I would have already been at work for almost an
hour. Like for like a half hour, maybe. But anyway.
Are you saying that because I leave late?
No, you just called yourself out on the podcast. Well, this has been fun. Thanks for doing this with me again.
Thanks for doing this with me. And if anyone else would like to see more of us, all of our links are down below.
Yeah. Maybe one week we could have a guest on. We'll figure out a guest to bring on.
Use your clout to get him on. A guest.
Who? Oh, wait.
Carlos.
Oh, yeah. Carlos, yeah. Maybe you can use your clout to get Emma on here since she snubbed me on her little show that she was doing.
Well, maybe
I'll just bleep that part out. But yeah, we should probably bring Emma on. I think maybe we can contact her and see if we could both hit her up.
Yeah. Like, hey. I think having Carlos on here, Carlos is my best friend, who will be my maid of honor at our wedding. And I think that'll be a really good week for us to do some LGBT movies.
With a week of the wedding or what? What do you mean?
No. Whenever we have Carlos on.
Oh, yes. Yeah, we should.
Because I really wanted to check out Paris is Burning with you because I love Paris is Burning.
Yeah.
But I feel like that might be a good opportunity for us to watch some other ones like, I don't know, Blue is the Warmest Color, Call Me by Your Name, things like that.
Yeah. This is unrelated to LGBT stuff, but on a side note, the there was a girl that was in Succession, and she's in a new horror movie, but I don't know it really. They said it's inspired by Jeffrey Epstein, so I don't know. She like directed, wrote it, and starred in it. So
it's not Shiv, isn't it?
No, it's called. Hold on, I'll bring it up for you.
I was gonna because she was in Marriage Story.
It was she? Shimra or Shamra or Shama or something. Her name is something like that. Okay. And but her I forget her regular name. I forget her real name. That's
her
that's
regular name. Yeah. Her human name.
Her human name. Hold on, I'll look. I'll pull it up real quick so I can bring up the name of the movie to you. Damn, people are loving Succession, and we are too. Her name, Comfrey. She was in it for 9 episodes. This season, this past season. Her name is Dasha. So we haven't seen her yet. Her name is Dasha Nekrasova, but she wrote and directed and starred in a movie called The Scary of 61st. And I mean, it's not getting great reviews on Letterboxd, but I can't really go by that because critics usually hate horror movies.
Speaking of horror movies and terrible reviews, remember how Horror Pack has been having shitty movies for the past couple of months?
Yes.
They got a lot of complaints about not having any Halloween movies for October at all. Yeah. So they're like, to make up for it, we're gonna put a Thanksgiving, Christmas, and like something else movie in this month.
I don't think people wanted that. I think
that
they wanted the
Halloween.
Yeah, we wanted the Halloween ones. What are you talking about?
The only movie that I want to have to do with holidays to make up for it is Holidays.
Oh my god!
But I'm not getting Horror Pack this month, and we'll see if I regret it or not.
No, you probably won't. It probably won't be great. And if it is, if they are good movies, they'll probably just ruin the cover.
Shout out Psycho Gorman.
Shout out Psycho Gorman. That's how we're ending this. See ya.